This video is going to touch upon the advantages and the disadvantages of technology while presenting. So the question that we have to answer is, with current advancements in technology, how has the business presenter's role been simplified and how has it been more difficult? Well, in my opinion, the disadvantages when it comes to technology is that there's always going to be technical difficulties, especially when it comes to PowerPoint, because you never know when it's going to be messed up. For instance, the projector can fail, the computer might not want to turn on, the screen that you're using might not want to light up. So that's a disadvantage right there. And also, if you're using a speaker or a type of audio, that could be another disadvantage too, because then your audience might not be able to hear you, or if you want to get your point across, they're not even going to understand what you're trying to say because they cannot hear you. The other point is audience distraction. Presentation technology, especially when it comes to PowerPoint, right? You tend to want to put everything on the screen. That's a major fail. When it comes to technology and PowerPoint, you have to make sure that when you listing your information on the slides, it's not too much, especially when it comes to color and pictures. You don't want to put too much on one slide that your audience loses focus. And another thing is the lack of purpose. Presentation technologies ain't always necessary. Like, for instance, you don't always need technology when it comes to your PowerPoint. You could just be natural, you could just simply talk to your audience. Maybe all you need is a microphone. That's it, especially if you know what you're talking about or you're familiar with your audience and you did your research on your audience and you know if or not they're familiar with the topic. So if you're confident and you know your topic, then there's no need for you to be having any PowerPoint, especially if you're familiar with the topic. Because if you're familiar with the topic, the information is just going to flow easily and it's going to be easier for you to understand and explain the information to your audience. So one of the advantages is that I would say that maybe when it comes to technology, if you use PowerPoints, then maybe you think that they would be easier to understand the information because it's right there. So when they read it, they will tend to remember it longer. Far less if you say it, they might forget it. So they would retain the information for a longer period of time. And also, with technologies, I feel like too many presenters focus on the slides and not the research, because the most important part of presenting is preparation. So if you just focus and put all your energy on the technology, your presentation is not going to be effective. My citation would be basically from the textbook, because it told me the different types of technologies that's necessary and the different types of advantages and disadvantages when using technology in your presentation. And also, I used a blog, well, not a blog, but a website called smallbusiness.cron.com. It basically spoke about the disadvantages when it comes to PowerPoint. So I hope, with that being said, I hope the next time you're presenting, you don't just focus on the technology.